you need a mind bouncer. The average person has about 6,000 thoughts per day. Now imagine if 1,000 of those are negative or actively do not help you or move you away towards where you want to go in life or where you can go in life or where you desire to be. Because if you have thoughts that stop you, like, I just can't make money, or I can't work a better job than this, or I can't date somebody that's better than this, or I just can't go to the gym, I'm not healthy, or I can't do this because I'm weak, or I'm not this type of person. As soon as those thoughts enter your mind, it poisons you and changes you as a person. In the Bible, in the first chapter of John, it talks about in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And essentially, it talks about the how powerful God is and the Word is to create. The beginning was the Word, and then God created everything else, and He named things, and they were. And if we think about it, how we are shaped as people comes from our thoughts, and our thoughts are words in a way. When we think of a thought, we use words to translate it. And when our thoughts are negative, it expresses into us and we become that thought. So you can see how dangerous this gets, especially the older you get and the more habitual you keep certain thoughts within you. You know, growing up, I always told myself I'm introverted, I'm anxious, I'm socially awkward, and whatever. And those thoughts, that identity, has shaped how I act. And it's been taking quite a while to just constantly look at myself and be like, well, these are just thoughts. And being very aware of when they come up, when a certain environment comes up that triggers those thoughts, because that's where I've learned how to think those thoughts in social settings, in unfamiliar settings, in uncomfortable scenarios with people I'm not comfortable with, or in scenarios where I don't think I have anything of value to say, so I sit and be quiet. I've learned that and identified that with who I am. So you can see why how you tell yourself, how you speak of yourself is very important. And this is why you need a mind bouncer. So, what is a mind bouncer? Well, what is a bouncer, first of all? It's somebody who protects the club or the whatever the environment or the establishment that they're at. So, bouncers keep people who are unwanted out of the premise. And you want to do the same with these negative thoughts that we don't want to adopt, we don't want to enter our being. There's a quote in Marty Supreme, a ping pong movie. The main character is all about winning and achieving and striving for greatness and freedom. And at some point in the movie, one of the other actresses, she asks him like, what would happen if you lose? Like, what do you think would happen when you, like, if you lose? And Marty Supreme says, I don't even let that enter my consciousness. He does not let that enter his mind. And that's the same what we need to do with a mind bouncer. As soon as you have negative thoughts, you need to have the power to be so present and so aware of it, catch it, and just don't let that in your mind. You have a negative thought like, oh, I can't do this. Like, oh, I'm unhealthy. I can't eat like this because I'm unhealthy. I don't like this food because I'm unhealthy. Or you have a thought like, I can't speak up because I'm shy. Eliminate that thought. Instantly eliminate it. You do not need to listen to those voices. You don't have to listen to it. It's up to you to be like, I don't want these thoughts. I don't want these voices in me. And you have all of the power to eliminate it and exercise that muscle. It's a bouncer, it's a mind bouncer. Create a character for it, name it, make it a personable thing. And as soon as you have a negative thought enter, you have somebody to rely on. You're like, oh, my boy Tyrell got me. He's this big buff ass black dude who will bounce these thoughts away. Or whatever. You can do whatever you want with your idea of a bouncer. It can protect you and keep you safe from all these negative thoughts. And we see why the reason is because when you have thoughts like, oh, I can't make money, or oh, I have to follow this career path, or I need to make this relationship work out, or I'm the problem in the relationship, or I need to work on myself. All these things are holding you back from being great and living your all today, right now. A lot of ideas on this bouncer concept, and another one I want to tackle is that a lot of us think that we aren't ready for certain things. Like we need to reach a certain level and then we can start. I need to lose weight first and then I can go to the gym. But it's like, bro, how do you think you're gonna lose weight? You go to the gym, you just do it today. Or I'm gonna study, oh, like I would study for this test, but I'm already failing my class, so I'll do it tomorrow. But how do you think you become somebody who studies well? You gotta study today. Or like, oh, like I just don't have time for this right now. I'm an example, like I can't start a diet right now because I'm on a vacation, or I'm, in a certain period of my life where I need it to end and then I can start. But it's like, with that mindset, you're not living today, you're living tomorrow, or you're living in the future, which doesn't even exist. That's a concept in your own head. The only thing that exists is right here, right now. You watching this video, listening to this video, this is the only moment that exists for you. And for me, it's recording this video. And so, my point is, our mind bouncer, the mind bouncer, can eliminate those future tense thoughts. We don't have to wait for anything. The moment can start now. And you know what? You might be right. If you want to start something like, oh, I'm going to start this project, I'm going to start this new hobby, I want to get really good at drawing. But if I start now, it's too late. I've already sucked. There's a 7-year-old kid who's way better than me at this, who's naturally gifted and talented. And you know what? You might be right. But guess what? You are going to stay sucky. You're going to stay exactly where you're at tomorrow and the next day and the next day if you keep that mindset. Because what's going to happen is you will never start and you will never get good and you will never get healthy and you will never get into a relationship or you will never get a job you want or you'll never make money because you're stopping yourself today. And the thing that matters the most is today and right now. And so, the importance of a mind bouncer is to guard and protect your mind like it's a garden. Like it's a garden and you want to water the good thoughts. And the bouncer's job is to keep the negative out. And the whole nother topic is talking about a gardener who will water the seeds that you sow. There's also sowers in your head, which, I mean, that's the same thing as a gardener. But anyways, what I'm talking about now is the bouncer who guards you of these negative thoughts who shape you who you are today. And we want to protect ourselves from these words because they, whether you realize it or not, they affect how you act. Because when you think about it, action stems from thoughts, and enough actions create who you are. So if you are a runner, you think like, oh, I'm gonna go on a run, and then you act, you go on a run, and then you do that enough, you don't even have to think about it. You don't have to consciously make effort. You just do it because it's natural to you. But at that point, it's natural because you've done it so much and it becomes who you are. Aristotle says that we are what we do repeatedly. We are how we act, and our actions forge who we are. And so therefore, if you want to be something, you have to do something many times. And to do something, it's not just a spark of motivation where you get, you watch an Instagram reel of somebody in an MMA fight and it fires you up. The secret is not that external motivator. It's what you tell yourself internally. It's how you cultivate this internally. And the whole point is, if you have a garden that's growing both weeds and, flowers, stuff that we want to grow, it's hard. There's not that much space. We want to take away the negative so we have space. With space, with a blank canvas, you have freedom to create whatever you want. And when you don't have a bouncer, you're adding micro stress to your life every day. And death by 1,000 cuts is the most painful way to live life nowadays. And this is what's happening nowadays. People scroll to get rid of these negative feelings. People, shove their faces with food. People will like do drugs and alcohol and smoke cigarettes and stuff to make them stop feeling these negative feelings. And the thing is, it's because we're not addressing these negative thoughts. We're pushing them away with external factors. But internally, if you have that muscle, you can block it all out. So, it's important to have this protector, this guard, this internal guard dog, because without it, we're being flooded by negative thoughts. And then, in that sense, if we're relying on motivation, we're now being led by our external world. When somebody is into something, this is into a little bit of a caveat, but basically, if you want to live a life with intention and you're living life by avoiding your fears, then you're just going to chase pleasure and avoid and not live your true calling. You're going to live by external factors telling you how to live or what looks cool to live life. That's all I want to share today. Thank you.